Welcome everybody, I am 6am Comics, and this is a review of my kids' comics. Apologies for not having a video out last week. We had a sick kid in the family here, so obviously that took precedent. But he's doing a lot better now, so we're through that. And again, sorry, office is still a mess. But anyway, this week, got a cool book to check out. It's Nolan's latest Super Nolan issue, and though it might be a little redundant, he's duking it out with the Moulder of Doom again. Now, with the understanding that this is like the fourth or fifth encounter with the Moulder at this point, I actually picked this particular issue because he made it for his uncle, and I'm only going to have it in my possession for a few more days. So really, it's kind of like a now or never sort of deal. So yeah, let's check out Super Nolan versus the Moulder of Doom, featuring Blue Jay. All right. Beginning with the overall presentation, the cover to Super Nolan vs. the Moulder of Doom is hand-drawn and fully colored using a mechanical pencil and alcohol-based markers. The imagery is a glorious portrayal of the grittier, chaotic nature found within this particular issue. As a fun addition, the upper left has a taped-on Super Nolan signal shining in the sky amidst the violent conflict. If you haven't picked up on it yet, Nolan is utilizing a style more reminiscent of his popular yet short-lived, spectacular alternate timeline, which we've reviewed exhaustively at this point. If you're interested in a refresher, check out some of these reviews in this Spectacular Universe playlist. Or don't. It's not really relevant to this review, as it has been confirmed that this story takes place in the main timeline of Worldwide Comics. The interiors are presented in black and white ink, and the issue is formatted in the traditional triple staple binding. As a side note, this is actually Super Nolan issue number 42. However, there really isn't any required reading leading up to the storyline, except for the casual mention of Blue Jay's girlfriend and partner in not crime, Cardinal, who was technically introduced in a yet-to-be-completed Blue Jay animation by Nolan and Ellie, and was later canonized in a recent Blue Jay comic book. I feel like this review is taking on a lot of side tangents, so let's just get into the story, yes? One fine day, police were walking in the asylum Moulder was in.
When is lunch?
In a few hours. You just ate your breakfast, you pig.
I've devoured pigs alive. Give it to me now.
Shut up, you ugly nothing.
At least I know what deodorant is.
Boom. Roasted.
Following this highly insulting banter, the Moulder, as is his usual routine, breaks out of his prison cell with a... I love him, but this kid needs to work on his onomatopoeias. You're one letter away from getting us both in a lot of trouble, kid. Breaking out noise.
You moron!
He viciously attacks the guard.
I was just hungry. You'll live, idiot. I'm leaving you alive so that you'll live in torture. Have fun, fatso.
Dark. This comic is dark.
I was just Huh?
It's go time, baby! Enter our protagonist, the worldwide famous, Super Nolan. With absolutely zero hesitation, the two begin slugging it out mano-a-mano, trading blows back and forth. Super Nolan with his brute superhuman strength, and the Moulder with his shape-shifting hand blades and claws. Ultimately, Super Nolan ends up in the defensive position, laying on the ground as the Moulder leaps toward him. This stinks! However, with expert precision, our hero counters the attack with a kick to the face of his aggressor. Crack! The Moulder, in all his shape-shifting gooiness, flies through the bars of a nearby asylum cell. Following the altercation, Blue Jay arrives late to the scene.
Hi, Super Nolan. I heard sirens, so I ran over.
Where's Cardinal?
She can't make it.
Cool. I just kicked Moulder's yellow fat butt. He's inside of a new cell now, for worse psychos.
Like me?
Blue Jay lunges at Super Nolan, catching him off guard. What the heck? His supposed ally slams his massive head into the face of our beloved Orange Defender. In retaliation, Super Nolan blasts his former friend with his trademark eye lasers, breaking apart the giant hero's mask. You're not Blue Jay! You're too big! Wait! Moulder! Seemingly forgetting that he was up against a shape-shifting menace, Super Nolan quickly realizes he's been tricked, as the Moulder slipped out of the asylum cell and took the form of fan-favorite Blue Jay. Crap! Seriously, every issue involving the Moulder begins with him slipping between the cracks of jail cell bars. How have these guys not caught on yet? In that moment, the SWAT team, alerted to the prison, busts through the door, riot shields ready. Get out of here! Super Nolan throws it. Wait, did he just throw a knife at the SWAT team? When the heck did Super Nolan start throwing knives? Also, why does he need them? Well, I guess to ward off distracting SWAT team members. But, it's not totally out of the ordinary. He used grappling hooks in Super Nolan 2, despite being able to fly. We'll just roll with it. With the SWAT team seconds away from being violently destroyed by the Moulder, seriously, leave the supervillains to the superheroes already. Super Nolan dashes away from his enemy, who proceeds to give chase to the young hero. For some reason, the asylum happens to conveniently have an open canister of liquid nitrogen nearby, and Super Nolan leaps behind it for cover. The Moulder, hot on his tail, leaps as well, however is unable to clear the canister as our hero did, and falls within the icy liquid, and is quickly incapacitated. Yes! Later, Frank, I may need a new suit. What? The end. I have to hand it to the young creator. His ability to tell a classic comic book story while balancing both edgy grit and over-the-top fun is unparalleled. It's clear that we're dealing with an artist who strives for maturity in his work without sacrificing the childlike spirit that made his creation so popular in the first place. Now, as for the ramifications of the story, it's yet to be seen what will become of the Moulder following this particular incident. It's probably safe to assume that he'll survive his current entrapment within the barrel of liquid nitrogen. Perhaps the judicial system will utilize his current predicament to maintain him in an imprisoned state, unable to squeeze through bars or manipulate guards with his shape-shifting abilities or use brute force to plow through endless SWAT team members. For the time being, Moulder is on ice. Now, granted, I don't expect that this will be the last we hear from him. He's too good a villain to keep locked away. But I am excited to see a new supervillain take the mantle in the worldwide universe as the ultimate big bad. We've seen a lot of potential contenders: Animal, Wannabe, Nuclear. Not to mention there's an entire rogues gallery from the Super Nolan floppies that we've yet to touch on, including a nefarious Frank F. Frank plucked directly out of the past while he was in his peak villain years and brought to present day. I always found him to be the most intriguing bad guy. But sadly, his most diabolical work only exists in written form from the League of Superheroes novels, and a brief stint as Killer Bee in Super Nolan 1. The plotlines between the dueling ideologies of a now reformed Frank and an evil variant of himself from the past have the potential to be something groundbreaking in the worldwide universe. But I suppose only time will tell where these roads are leading to. Either way, given Nolan's flawless track record of comic book bangers, I'd say the adventures of these worldwide heroes are in good hands. And there you have it, Super Nolan versus the Moulder of Doom. An interesting entry in the Super Nolan series. It's dark, it's fun, and it really showcases how much this young artist has evolved as a creator in the past couple of years. The kid's got that moxie, as they say. So I give it a rating of 100 more Super Nolan versus Moulder of Doom comics. All right, sub it, like it, share it, them out.